Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week we're talking meal prep. We're going through 3 meals that I absolutely love to meal prep for the week. They're super easy, they're delicious, and they're actually gonna make you feel good. First up, we've got chia pudding. This is probably the easiest recipe ever. It takes all of 5 minutes to make and is gonna make you feel so good, and your gut is gonna be thanking you. First, we've got 2.5 cups of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. And you can definitely switch this out for oat milk, regular milk, or whatever your preferred milk of choice is. We're gonna do a dash of salt, a splash of vanilla, 3 tablespoons of your sugar of choice. I'm gonna be using maple syrup. I don't know if it's the Canadian in me, but I always tend to lean towards maple syrup, but you can definitely do like date syrup, honey. I would just try to stay away from actual white sugar. We're gonna do a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. Now this step is definitely optional, but I just prefer to add the cocoa powder because I really like chocolate chia pudding. But if you just want vanilla, you can omit the cocoa powder, or if you want added protein, you can substitute it for peanut butter powder. And finally, 1/2 cup of chia seeds. And now we just mix that baby up. Now, if you want to make this recipe even easier, you can mix everything in a container so that instead of whisking, you can literally just shake it until it's combined. Now we're gonna set her aside and set a timer for 15 to 20 minutes. This step is crucial. While we wait for our chia pudding to set, we're gonna make the couscous. We're gonna start off by combining our couscous. Oh my God, it is stuck. Oh my God. Garlic, avocado oil, the juice of an entire lemon. If you're working with lemons that have seeds, juice the lemon over your hands so that you can catch any of the rogue seeds that might try to fall into your salad. We're gonna add our dill, some salt, and some pepper. Now let's give that a good mix so that all of the couscous is evenly coated. Guys, we are almost done. Now we're gonna add all of our veggies, our chickpeas, and my favorite ingredient, the pearl mozzarella. They're just so mini and adorable. Like, you can definitely replace this with feta, but I am obsessed with pearl mozzarella. And now we just mix that baby up. It smells so good, like just so fresh. That looks freaking phenomenal. Now I have some chiffonaded basil, which at this point you can just throw in and mix up, or you can put it in as a topping every time you grab a bowl. If you're not familiar with chiffonade cutting, basically you pile a bunch of leaves on top of each other, you roll them up, and then you just thinly slice the herb. And it just is kind of like a fancy way to cut basil. It's been about 15 minutes, so you can see the top of the chia is kind of set, but then the bottom is super liquidy. So this is vital that we stir it really good after like 15-20 minutes. Otherwise, your chia pudding is gonna be chunky. And nobody wants chunky chia pudding. And now we're just gonna set that aside for another 30 minutes. Before we finish our chia pudding, we're gonna make our breakfast wraps. These are so freaking easy, and you can literally throw them in the freezer once you're done. We're gonna start with a medium-sized tortilla wrap. I got mine from Trader Joe's. These ones are actually habanero lime flour tortillas. I don't know, that sounds delicious to me. Then we're gonna lay out our spinach. Now the spinach layer is vital. This is gonna ensure that any of our sauces, our cheese, our veggies, nothing is gonna make this soggy. Once we've got our bed of spinach, we're pretty much just gonna shove all our toppings inside. We've got our cheese, our egg, our frozen veggies. You can pretty much use any frozen veggie. I just tend to choose like something that has peppers. I really think peppers goes well with this. And I sometimes top it with like paprika, red pepper flakes, salt, pepper, like do whatever you want. For protein, I've got some maple chicken sausages that I picked up from Trader Joe's. I pretty much switch this out just with whatever they have at the store and whatever I'm feeling that week. We're gonna add a sprinkle of green onion from our little shot glass. Add some avocado, and I'm just gonna top it with some mayo and ketchup. This is optional. You can, oh my God, that was so much ketchup. But this is basically optional. You can just do whatever sauces you like. Now this is the tough part. We gotta roll her up without breaking it or having it go everywhere. I did make this a kind of a fat one, so I like to tuck in the sides. You know what, guys? I think we might need a second tortilla. I think so. We made a fatty. I'm not gonna lie, normally when I make this recipe, I do use like the large tortillas, but they didn't have any at Trader Joe's that I liked. So I was like, I'm sure the mini ones will be fine. It's probably healthier. No, it's a disaster. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna make it work. Like, we're gonna figure this out. I have flipped the way we're going. I have a good feeling. I've got this. It's just, this is not, this is looking horrible. Okay, that didn't That didn't really work. Okay, I'm not really sure what I did. I just kind of played around with it and like really shoved it in, but it looks like a breakfast wrap. We're just gonna wrap that baby up before it explodes. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna put this in the freezer and we can eat it whenever we want. It is literally the easiest on-the-go breakfast. You just gotta warm it up for a minute and a half, flip it, about another minute, minute and a half, and you have got the easiest breakfast. Oh my God, and now I have to make the rest. Okay, you know what guys? I think I figured out the mini. We're gonna do the same thing, but just a lot less of everything. We've got our spinach, we've got our egg, we've got our protein, we've got our frozen veggies, just a little bit of avocado and green onions, the cheese, and our sauces. See, this is looking right. Now we shove the sides in. Okay, the sides gotta be folded. And then we grab with the middle and pull it back, shove it in, pull it back. Yeah. See what I mean? And then we just roll. Gorgeous. Yeah. The chia pudding is finally done, and you might be wondering, like, how is chia pudding a meal? On its own, it's not, but it's all the things you add to it that make it a meal. My favorite way to do it is to start with the chia pudding, and then I'll add some type of yogurt. I usually do like some kind of cashew coconut yogurt, whereas my husband, he really prefers a protein yogurt. Then I'll top it with some kind of fruit. My go-to is always strawberries. And then the rest is kind of the fun part. You can top it with Nutella, you can top it with peanut butter, you can do cocoa nibs, you can do granola, you can do some kind of flavored nut. These ones are just like chocolate coated almonds, which I've never tried before, but they're actually quite delicious. But my favorite is this caramel coated almond, which I can't find anymore. But if you find that, like, oh my God, it is so delicious. I like to do hemp seeds, and then you could even do something like coconut or coconut shavings. Chia pudding is so freaking versatile. Like, no matter how you're feeling, you can cater it to whatever you want. The combinations are endless. And just like that, we have meal prepped 3 delicious and nutritious meals for the week. We've got our Mediterranean couscous salad, we've got our chia pudding, and lastly, we have got our breakfast wraps. Now this might seem weird, but my husband absolutely loves mixing seafood salad into his couscous. So if that's something you're into, you could definitely do that for some added protein too. Anyways guys, that is the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you at the next one. Love you.